Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this quote of the week video, which will serve as a really important reminder again on what do we actually do when we manifest. Right? Although I explain this oftentimes on my channel and remind you on this little quote here will be just a quick nugget of wisdom basically. So watch it and see how it helps you. So Neville said the following thing. He said, all transformation begins with an intense, burning desire to be transformed. The first step in renewing the mind is desire. You must want to be different and intend to be before you can begin to change yourself. Then you must make your future dream a present fact. You do this by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. By desiring to be other than what you are right now, you can create an ideal of the person you want to be and assume that you are already that person. If this assumption is persisted in until it becomes your dominant feeling, the attainment of your ideal is inevitable. So this just lays out again what is going on. When it basically lays out this whole entire thing. It basically explains, in my opinion, this little quote here explains life. Because Neville first of all said, all transformation begins with an intense burning desire, right? So you always have, before you do something, you always have a little desire to do that, right? If you have the desire to meet up with friends, if you have a desire to start a business, if you have a desire for this new job, if you have a desire to end a old habit, if you have a desire to end smoking, right? If you have a desire to live in a new place, be in this relationship, have more money, whatever it is, it all starts with desire. Without desire, everything would stand still. So it is always desire that is this driving force, right? An intense burning desire. And yeah, if there's no desire, it won't lead you to anything. So that is desire, right? You must want to be different, right? Because without that, you wouldn't even engage in these teachings, right? You wouldn't even do anything. You wouldn't even worry about anything, right? But it all starts, I want to be different. I want to be this. I want to have that. I want to be this person. I can feel that this feels better for me. I want to be this. I want to experience that, right? So it starts with desire. That's the first thing. And then what we want to do, what these teachings are about, this is all what this is about. This is the entire, what manifesting does, what applying techniques does is that we make the future dream, meaning our desire, right? We make the future dream what we want to have, who we want to be, how we want our life to look like. We make this future dream a present fact. So we bring it in the here and now. We bring the desire state basically in the here and now. We start to live in it. So we start to embody it. We start to be it. And your life, like Neville said, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are, who you are being. So that is why we have to make this future desire a present fact. Right? And how do we do this? Right? You do this by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, by closing our eyes and imagining something that implies fulfillment, by letting people congratulate us, by letting our family members congratulate us, by experiencing something in imagination that implies we are it, by overhearing imaginatively two people speak about our success, right? By touching something, by smelling something, whatever it is, whatever helps you to get into that feeling of the wish fulfilled, we go there through our imagination, we assume that. Right? If you right now assume, that if you sit here, you maybe are not in the financial position that you want to be in, and you assume you're wealthy, and you see the world from how you would see it if you're wealthy, that is imagination. You are right now in your imagination. You see the world from the standpoint of being wealthy, so the current physical circumstances won't trigger you, right? That is all imagination. Neville said we live in an imaginative world. So again, to not confuse you, we make the future dream a present fact by assuming that, right? By assuming that now this desire is a fact right now. The easiest way, again, is via the techniques shared on the channel, right? Eavesdropping technique, congratulation technique, imagining an end scene technique, I remember when technique. For all of these techniques, I have videos on my channel. So definitely make sure that you watch them, that you learn them, that you make them naturally, that you apply them naturally and not see them as hard to apply. So, right, by desiring to be other than you want to be, you can create an ideal of this person, right? And then you want to assume that you are already the person, like I said. And the great thing, and that is the key here, right? This assumption, right, persistent assumption hardens into fact. That is a truth. I do have a video on this. You can check it out right now or after this video. It's called persistent assumption harden into fact. Assumptions harden into fact. right? But what does this imply? Harden into fact. So it means it already does exist. And by you assuming the existence of the desire already, it hardens into fact. It gets manifested. It gets made tangible. But it's not that you wake up tomorrow and boom, your life has changed. No, you will move through across a bridge of incidents. And then you will look back and say, oh, this would have happened anyway. It wouldn't. Right? It started because you have assumed the end, and then this bridge started to unfold. Right? So assumptions harden into fact mean something that already does exist now hardens, gets manifested into fact. But that is just the effect, the mirror, the byproduct. The real thing already does exist. Right? And when you imagine that, you experience that, you fuse with it. And then, like Neville said, right, by you doing that, by you constantly living in this ideal self of yours, by you constantly basically going back to it, you might fall out of it and you imagine again, you devote yourself to that imaginative experience again, and you again hear the words, you again hear the congratulation telling you that you are now the person you want to be. Over time, this becomes your dominant feeling. This becomes the state that you carry with you, like fragrance, like something you wear, right? Like something you know that is normal for me. You carry this with you, and then the attainment of your ideal is inevitable, right? Because the dominant feeling that you are in, the dominant state you are in, has to be expressed by this mirror of life. All right. So that's it for this week's quote. I hope you enjoyed it. You can let me know in the comments down below. And I speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.